Good to see you all again. They don't build them like this anymore. It was a masterpiece of American engineering from an era of ambition and optimism. Let's explore the 1981 Lincoln Town Car. If you were around back then, you'll remember that first glance. A gleaming emblem of luxury and power, its long hood stretching out like a promise down the road. The town car was more than just a vehicle. It was a memory in the making, a status symbol that whispered of wealth and sophistication to anyone lucky enough to lay eyes on it. Picture a summer evening as the sun sets, casting a golden glow on the chrome trim that sparkled like jewels. You could almost hear the soft purr of that naturally aspirated V8 engine, a mighty 302 cubic inches of raw American muscle, ready to propel you forward with about 130 horsepower. As you slid into the plush leather seats, the world outside faded away, and all that remained was the comfort and elegance that only a town car could provide. This was the kind of car that made you feel proud to be an American. It measured a majestic 219 inches in length, a true road presence that demanded respect. And let's not forget that smooth, 4-speed automatic overdrive transmission, which made every drive a glide, a quiet, confident journey that turned the mundane into memorable. But the stats of a legend are just the beginning. The town car was more than numbers. It was a cultural icon that rolled off the assembly line during the golden age of American luxury sedans. It stood tall among its peers like the Cadillac Fleetwood Brougham and the Chrysler New Yorker, but it had its own distinct flair, an elegance that was unmistakably Lincoln. To understand the car, we must understand the America that created it. The 1980s were a time of change, a decade defined by new music, vibrant fashion, and the rise of the middle class seeking their slice of the American dream. Drive-in theaters buzzed with excitement, and cruising became a cherished pastime, a way for families and friends to connect under the stars, all while showcasing their pride and joy on four wheels. The Lincoln Town Car was not just a means of transport. It was an experience, a gateway to a world of possibilities. As we embark on this journey through time, let's remember that every mile driven in a town car was a mile filled with dreams, laughter, and the promise of adventure. So buckle up, dear friends, as we dive deeper into the story of the iconic 1981 Lincoln Town Car and the era that embraced it. In the heart of Detroit, where the hum of machinery and the dreams of dreamers intertwined, the spirit of American ingenuity flourished. Picture the scene, the late 1970s and early 1980s, a time defined by ambition and competition, where the big three automakers, Ford, General Motors, and Chrysler, were locked in a fierce race for supremacy. This was a period when every design sketch and every prototype could change the landscape of American motoring forever. At the forefront of this automotive renaissance was the Lincoln Motor Company, born from the vision of Henry M. Leland in 1917. Leland, a master of precision engineering, had an unyielding belief in the power of luxury and performance. Under his stewardship, Lincoln emerged as a name synonymous with elegance and craftsmanship. In those bustling Detroit design studios, the atmosphere was electric. Talented engineers and designers, fueled by an unwavering passion for automobiles, were conjuring dreams into reality. The mood at Ford was one of revitalization as they sought to blend traditional craftsmanship with the demands of a changing market. There was a palpable sense of urgency. The competition was fierce, with Cadillac's Fleetwood Brougham and Chrysler's New Yorker vying for the same affluent customers. Each day brought new challenges, and the talented teams at Ford embraced them with a competitive spirit that was almost palpable. They worked tirelessly, pushing boundaries and innovating in ways that would shape the future of luxury cars. Ideas flowed freely, from the sleek lines of a new sedan to the latest in digital instrumentation. Among the visionaries were the unsung heroes of the design team, whose names might not echo in the halls of history, but whose contributions were monumental. They toiled away in drafting rooms, sketching out concepts that would soon capture the hearts and imaginations of Americans across the country. The camaraderie among these individuals fostered an environment of creativity, where inspiration was drawn not just from the road, but from the very essence of what it meant to be an American. As the nation was coming out of a turbulent era, there was a sense of hope and optimism that permeated the industry. It was a time when cars were not merely modes of transportation. They were symbols of status, freedom, and the American dream itself. This cultural backdrop, filled with drive-in theaters, cruising under the stars, and the smooth sounds of popular music, infused every project with a certain magic. And so, in this cauldron of creativity and competition, the stage was set for a new era of luxury, one that would soon give rise to a vehicle that embodied the aspirations and spirit of its time. The dreamers in Detroit were ready, and the wheels of history were turning, paving the way for something truly special to emerge from this vibrant landscape. As the 1970s faded into the vibrant dawn of the 80s, America stood at a crossroads, a nation filled with a sense of hope and possibility. The music of the time echoed this sentiment, with the pulsating beats of disco and the emerging sounds of new wave filling the airwaves. Artists like Michael Jackson and Madonna were reshaping the cultural landscape, inviting young Americans to express themselves in bold new ways. It was a time when the country was not just recovering from past troubles, but was reaching for the stars, quite literally, as the spirit of the space race still lingered, inspiring a generation to dream bigger and bolder. Against this backdrop of change, the automobile was more than just a means of transportation. It was a symbol of personal freedom and identity. Young Americans were hungry for vehicles that spoke to their aspirations, cars that could carry them into the future while still offering the comfort and prestige that their parents had enjoyed. They were looking for something that embodied their hopes, a car that was not only a mode of travel but a statement of their lifestyle. This was the fertile ground in which the 1981 Lincoln Town Car was born. In a world that craved sophistication yet embraced innovation, the Lincoln Motor Company understood the pulse of the American consumer. The Town Car was designed to be the quintessential luxury vehicle, melding timeless elegance with the modern features that younger buyers sought. It was a car that promised to deliver comfort, space, and a touch of class, all wrapped up in a package that was unmistakably American. The introduction of digital instrumentation and keyless entry was revolutionary, speaking directly to a generation that was eager to embrace technology while still cherishing the finer things in life. As the economy began to stabilize, there was a renewed optimism that permeated society. People were ready to invest in their dreams, and what better way to do that than with a car that symbolized success? The Lincoln Town Car was more than just a luxurious sedan. It was a promise that the American dream was still alive and well. With its grand presence and powerful V8 engine, it was a vehicle that made you feel as if you could conquer the open road, embodying the spirit of adventure that characterized the era. In the drive-in theaters, where families gathered to watch the latest blockbusters, the Town Car became a fixture of status and aspiration. It was the kind of car that made heads turn, a rolling testament to the belief that you could have it all. As the sun set on a warm summer evening, cruising down the boulevard in a Lincoln Town Car was not just an experience. It was an invitation to dream, a chance to be a part of something larger than oneself, a true reflection of an America in transition. As the sun set over the sprawling highways, casting a golden hue on the asphalt, the heart of the 1981 Lincoln Town Car pulsed with a rhythm of its own. Under that elegant, elongated hood lay a naturally aspirated V8 engine, a powerhouse with a displacement of 302 cubic inches, a marvel that encapsulated the spirit of American automotive ingenuity. When you turned the key in the ignition, it wasn't just a mechanical action. It was the beginning of a symphony. The engine roared to life with a deep, throaty growl that resonated through your very bones, a sound that spoke of power and prestige. If you were behind the wheel, you could feel the vibrations coursing through the steering column, a gentle reminder of the raw capabilities that lay just beneath your fingertips. With approximately 130 horsepower and 230 pound-feet of torque, this engine was not about speed, but rather the smooth, effortless glide that made every ride feel like a luxurious journey. Acceleration, though not breathtaking by today's standards, was a gentle push that took you from 0 to 60 miles per hour in about 14.9 seconds. It was the kind of acceleration that felt like a promise, an invitation to take your time, to savor the ride, and to enjoy the quiet confidence that came with driving a car designed for comfort and elegance, not just raw speed. This was a time when V8 engines were revered, almost revered like rock stars of the automotive world. They were the lifeblood of American car culture, representing power, freedom, and an unyielding spirit. The town car's engine, paired with a 4-speed automatic overdrive transmission, offered a seamless driving experience. You could glide across the highways with the ease of a soft breeze, feeling the road beneath you while the world outside blurred into a beautiful backdrop. The solid rear axle and independent front suspension, though traditional, delivered a ride that felt like floating on a cloud, cradling you and your passengers in a cocoon of comfort. In an era when the automotive landscape was shifting, with fuel efficiency and compact designs beginning to take precedence, the Lincoln Town Car stood as a bastion of the classic American car experience. It was a vehicle that didn't just transport you from point A to point B, it wrapped you in luxury and a sense of purpose. The engine was a reminder of what America had achieved in the post-war era, a symbol of prosperity and a testament to the enduring love affair between Americans and their cars. As the miles rolled by, the town car whispered the stories of countless journeys, each one a celebration of freedom and ambition, echoing the dreams that were as vast as the highways it traveled. As we slip into the plush interior of the 1981 Lincoln Town Car, let me take you back to that feeling of settling into a seat that felt like it was crafted just for you. The moment you opened that heavy, solid door, you were greeted by a world of luxury. A sanctuary of soft leather, rich wood trim, and plush carpeting that enveloped you like a warm embrace. This car was designed not just to transport you, but to elevate every moment of your drive. Under the guidance of the Ford Motor Company's talented design team, the town car's exterior boasted iconic lines, a sweeping silhouette, and a commanding presence that made it unmistakably regal. This was a car that turned heads, a beacon of status on the road, and a symbol of the American dream realized. As you settled into the driver's seat, your fingertips brushed against the steering wheel, a beautifully crafted piece that felt just right in your hands. With its generous diameter and soft leather grip, the steering wheel was not merely a tool for navigation. It was an invitation to embark on a journey, whether it was a leisurely cruise down the boulevard or a long road trip across the country. And oh, how the world opened up when you glanced out over that long hood. It was a view that spoke to the freedom of the open road and the pride of ownership that came with driving a Lincoln. You could almost hear the echoes of classic rock and soul music wafting through the air, a soundtrack perfectly suited for cruising in a car that felt as much a part of you as the clothes on your back. The spacious back seat with its ample legroom and plush cushions was a haven for passengers, inviting laughter and conversation on family outings or a quiet moment of reflection on a solo drive. Digital instrumentation greeted you with a modern flair, while the innovative keyless entry provided a taste of the future, making each journey feel effortlessly sophisticated. It was a time when luxury was not just a word. It was an experience that enveloped you from the moment you stepped inside. Every ride in the Lincoln Town Car was a testament to the craftsmanship and attention to detail that defined an era. It was more than just a vehicle. It was a part of the fabric of American life. A car that symbolized both personal freedom and collective aspiration. In those moments behind the wheel, you felt a connection not just to the machine, but to the road ahead and the memories waiting to be made. The 1981 Lincoln Town Car was a companion on life's journey, a vessel of comfort and pride that made every trip feel like a grand adventure. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting a warm golden glow over the streets of America, the arrival of the 1981 Lincoln Town Car marked a pivotal moment in the world of luxury automobiles. With its sleek lines and imposing presence, this magnificent machine rolled off the assembly line, ready to claim its throne as the king of the road. If you were behind the wheel of a town car, you didn't just drive, you commanded respect. There was an undeniable air of sophistication that enveloped you the moment you settled into its plush, leather-clad seats, as you gripped the steering wheel that felt more like a scepter than a mere control. Now, let's take a moment to set the scene. The 1980s were a time of excess and aspiration, a decade where luxury meant more than just comfort. It was a status symbol. the town car entered a competitive arena, standing shoulder to shoulder with heavyweights like the Cadillac Fleetwood Brougham, the Chrysler New Yorker, and the Oldsmobile 98 Regency. Each of these titans brought their own unique flair to the table, but the Lincoln Town Car was something special. It was that quiet confidence in a world of showboating, the understated elegance that made it a favorite among those who truly understood what luxury meant. Imagine a Friday night, the local drive-in theater buzzing with excitement as families gathered around their cars, popcorn in hand. The town car, easily identifiable with its bold grille and expansive hood, would glide into the parking lot, drawing the eyes of onlookers. It wasn't just a car. It was an experience, a statement. While the Cadillac might have shouted its presence with ostentatious chrome, the Lincoln whispered sophistication, with its refined digital instrumentation and keyless entry, innovations that felt like they belonged to a future yet to come. At stoplights, the town car held its own against the competition. With its naturally aspirated V8 engine, it may not have boasted the raw power of some of its rivals, reaching 60 miles per hour in approximately 14.9 seconds. But it was about more than just speed. It was about the journey. The ride was smooth as silk, and the feeling of gliding down the highway was akin to floating on a cloud. You could sense the power beneath you, a respectable 130 horsepower and 230 pound-feet of torque, ready to respond when you press the accelerator. In the end, it was this combination of luxury, comfort, and subtle power that established the Lincoln Town Car as a beacon of American automotive excellence. While competitors vied for attention with flash and bravado, the town car simply did what it did best. It delivered an experience. It became the choice of dignitaries, celebrities, and everyday Americans alike, carving a place in the hearts of those who valued the road as much as the destination. As the wheels turned and miles unfurled, the town car was not just a vehicle. It was a trusted companion, a symbol of an era that celebrated the open road and the promise of adventure. As the sun set on the golden age of American automobiles, the 1980s ushered in a new era, not just for cars, but for the very fabric of American culture. The Lincoln Town Car, with its stately presence and understated elegance, became more than just a vehicle. It was a symbol of success, sophistication, and the American dream itself. If you were around during that time, you undoubtedly remember the unmistakable silhouette of this luxurious sedan gliding down the streets, often seen parked proudly in front of upscale hotels or cruising along the boulevards, a staple in the lives of many. The town car cemented its status as an American icon by making frequent appearances in popular media. It graced the silver screen in films that showcased the high life, embodying the aspirations of characters who exuded wealth and refinement. From the glitzy parties depicted in American Gigolo to the heartfelt moments captured in Driving Miss Daisy, the town car was not merely a mode of transportation. It was an integral part of the narrative, a character in its own right. It represented not just a car, but a lifestyle, one filled with possibilities, luxury, and a touch of class. On television, the town car was the vehicle of choice for heroes and high-powered executives. You might recall its polished lines driving into the frame as characters like Tony Stark or the suave detectives of crime dramas made their entrances. It was the car that whispered success, often seen whisking its passengers away to important meetings or glamorous events, leaving a trail of envy in its wake. The Lincoln Town Car was more than metal and upholstery. It was a status symbol, a dream on wheels that transformed everyday life into something extraordinary. As the years rolled on, the town car's legacy continued to thrive, often serving as the backdrop for pivotal moments in storytelling. Its reputation for comfort and prestige made it a favorite in the world of luxury car rentals, frequently chosen for weddings, proms, and other significant life events. More than just a ride, it became a vessel of cherished memories, a part of the fabric of countless families' milestones. Even today, as we reminisce about the past, the Lincoln Town Car stands as a testament to an era where automobiles were more than just transportation. They were a reflection of our aspirations, a piece of American history that many of us lived with. Its impact on pop culture and the emotions it evoked continue to resonate, reminding us that within the curves of its design lay stories waiting to be told, memories waiting to be cherished, and legacies waiting to endure. As we look back on the legacy of the 1981 Lincoln Town Car, we find ourselves not just reminiscing about a luxury sedan, but celebrating a cultural phenomenon that continues to resonate deeply with those who were fortunate enough to experience its grandeur. In today's world, where the hustle and bustle of modern life often overshadows the nostalgia of simpler times, the Lincoln Town Car stands as a beacon of a bygone era. It's a reminder of when driving was not merely about getting from point A to point B, but about the journey itself, the thrill of the open road, the camaraderie of friends gathered for a weekend cruise, and the joy of making lasting memories with loved ones. The town car, with its imposing presence and luxurious appointments, has found a cherished place among collectors and enthusiasts alike. Many seek out this classic beauty not only for its elegant lines and plush interiors, but also for what it represents. A time when American craftsmanship was at its peak, and the automobile was a symbol of personal achievement. Today, the models from this era are often showcased at car shows, lovingly restored, and admired by those who appreciate the artistry of design and the spirit of innovation that defined the time. Yet, beyond its material value lies a deeper significance. The Lincoln Town Car embodies the aspirations of a generation, those who dreamed big and sought to achieve a level of comfort and prestige that was once thought unattainable. For many, it evokes memories of family road trips, high school proms, and special occasions when the town car was the vehicle of choice, its spacious back seat filled with laughter and love. It was the car that made you feel important, that turned heads as you cruised down Main Street, and it remains a symbol of the American dream. In this fast-paced world where trends come and go, the Lincoln Town Car endures as a testament to a time when cars were more than just modes of transportation. They were expressions of identity, reflections of status, and vessels of cherished moments. So as we bid farewell to this iconic automobile, let us carry forward the spirit of the Lincoln Town Car in our hearts. For those who remember it, it will always stand as a grand reminder that, in our pursuit of success, we should never forget the joy of the ride. It's not just about the destination, it's about the memories we create along the way and the legacy we leave behind. Thank you for taking this trip down memory lane with us. If you enjoyed it, a subscription and a thumbs up would mean the world. We're trying to build a community here for folks who appreciate the classics, so I'd be honored if you'd share a memory of the 1981 Lincoln Town Car in the comments below. Let me know where you're watching from and what this car means to you. Your stories are the real history. Until next time, take care.